The gender divide in technology is a gender-based inequality between groups, in this case men and women, in terms of access to, use of, or knowledge of information and communication technologies. Only 20% of bachelor's degrees going to women are in technology. In 1991, 41% of those employed in the technology field were female. Today, there are only 25%. Why don't young girls and women know who Marissa Ann Meyer, Sheryl Carol Sandberg, or Shona Brown are? Why aren't they as well known as Steve Jobs or Bill Gates? According to a new report by the National Center for Women in Information Technology, it's not just a decline in the number of women entering the field. Women are leaving jobs in the technology field at a startling rate. As the report explains, female attrition is higher in technology than in science and in engineering, but across all three climates, it is considerably higher than men's attrition. A Harvard Business Review research report, The Athena Factor, states that 1/3 of women in private sector SET jobs said they felt extremely isolated at work. In the same study, 40% of technical women reported lacking role models, while nearly half reported lacking mentors, and 84% reported lacking sponsors or someone who would help make their accomplishments visible throughout the organization. According to a study entitled Women in Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math, they found that the classroom environments in schools were not conducive to encouraging girls to pursue interests in these types of careers. Another factor included girls not being well prepared for the demands of these fields, as well as not being encouraged by the people around them. Another key factor in this report that we touched on earlier was a lack of female role models who could provide encouragement and inspiration, as well as demonstrate how to balance their lives between careers and family life. In order to overcome the gender inequalities and societal stereotypes, it is important to believe that intelligence isn't fixed, but it is something that can be nurtured and grown, which helps level the playing field and means that girls have just as much potential to learn and thrive in these technical fields as boys. Another important factor in improving girls' chances of excelling in these fields is to provide them with spatial training to increase their spatial skills. This can be done simply by encouraging them to build things, take them apart, and then put them back together again. Drawing and working with their hands on various projects will also enhance their spatial abilities. The media portrays many women as doctors and lawyers and in positions of wisdom and power. But when they portray technicians and programmers, they show them as nerdy or geeky, with poor social skills and attire issues. They are mostly portrayed by men. From that perspective, who would want to make that their career? When talking to my 10-year-old granddaughter about this, she said it would help if they could design lab coats with a more flattering fit and maybe add some color. The lower numbers of women and girls in technical careers can be counteracted by certain changes. It is important for schools to have quality science programs that utilize hands-on materials and experiments, not just learning through textbooks. Educators should also be encouraged to provide more fun science classes and activities in the district and community. So how can we encourage more girls into technical fields? The answers may seem simple, but history tells us that change isn't easy. The key is for us to change people's attitudes first and foremost, which is probably one of the hardest things to do, but it will be well worth it if we can do it, because it will allow us to tap into a reservoir of talented, creative female minds that can help us soar into the future. Then, we have to provide the opportunities, experiences, skills, and resources that are necessary to get the job done. If we can't find any in our communities, then we need to look to other communities for help to start new ones. What are we waiting for?